I don't know if you saw this, but Rob Manfred, or as Ben Maller calls him, Manfred.
Blinded by the light.
Manfred and Son.
Didn't
he sing that?
He announces, well, you know the deal with MLB and ESPN, right? ESPN, in our opinion, dropping the ball with their relationship with the MLB after this year. No more baseball tonight, no more baseball. They're now in talks with Amazon, NBC Universal, and Netflix. So MLB is looking for a new broadcast partner after breaking ties with ESPN.
And can I tell you, my instinct is that this is a huge win for the MLB and a huge loss for ESPN. ESPN's heads up their ass.
Talk
with
about
this
bad
one.
timing.
It's like baseball's on a hot streak. Baseball went from, baseball's dying to a couple of years of baseball growing. They have stars. They have big brands.
Yeah. That's like asking for a divorce when right after your wifey got those, nice ones.
Stars. It's like you're right. It's like asking for a divorce when she's like, I just joined CrossFit.
Yeah, it's like, baseball just got hot again, and now you're saying goodbye? I'm not following that. Baseball has been great.
Like, I get it. There were some years where baseball was a little dicey. I was a little bored. I was like, all right, what are we doing? The rules they made worked. They got big cities. As I heard Colin even pointing out how
you said cities, right?
Yeah, cities. Big cities. Colin even pointed out that a lot of the big stars are on big teams now.
Stars.
So baseball's in a good moment right now. So for ESPN to step away now is foolish.
But you know what? Maybe,
you know whose win it is? It's Netflix.
I was going to say, but maybe it's our win as a result. Maybe we see a new life if Netflix gets the coverage, more exciting, more highlights. Maybe they do a better job of creating these stars along with the MLB, right? So that's part of the story.
ESPN dropping the ball on every platform except my dude Gary Streisky, who is doing SportsCenter now on Disney+.
Well, we're friends with a lot of those dudes. Props to Gary Streisky.
He's the guy over there. Other than that,
Sedano, Hercules. There's a lot of good dudes there that we used to work with for sure.
Saying from a bigger picture, this is not good for ESPN.
Okay, but in the world of baseball, what's today, guys? It's the first of the month. So that means the madness begins and baseball right around the corner, dude. So I'm like salivating, rubbing my hands together like Miyagi, rub my hands together like a fly, like, yes, baseball time. And I haven't been this excited in a long-ass time, this excited for baseball. So hopefully you get that excitement from us. Danny G, big Dodgers guy. I'm a big Yankees fan. Rich is a huge Mets fan.
Did you see Juan Soto? He went yard, and before he went yard, he looked at the pitcher and gave one of those head nods like, all right, I got you. Goes Oppo next pitch.
So while MLB's in talks with Netflix and all these other streaming services, NBC Universal, Amazon, doesn't matter which one they sign with for me. Netflix sounds cool because I got it. Let's go. But I start getting excited. I start thinking about, man, we're like 26 days away. Yankees, let's go. And the Dodgers even sooner because they play away, don't they, Danny G? Aren't they playing away in Japan or something?
Yep, that is the first game for the
So they start in like 2.5 weeks or something. For the first time in forever, Rich.
Thanks, Elsa.
We often say here, baseball's the only sport where you can't watch other teams. You just watch your team. When it comes to the NBA or the NFL, you'll watch any good matchup. You'll watch any game. Baseball, just your team. That's just how it is. And you see the highlights of the other games.
I mean, I can't find myself on a Tuesday deciding to watch the Cubs Diamondbacks. It's just not going to happen.
Now, you might think this isn't a stretch, but it is for me, okay? For the first time in my baseball watching career, and I've been watching since I was a little pumpkin pie haircutted freak, just a little kid picking my nose.
You've been watching since it's blurry television.
I've been watching since blurry television with my Willie Randolph t-shirt on. For the first time in my baseball watching history, I think I'm tuning into more than one team.
Oh.
Meaning, I'm also going to be watching Rich's Mets closely. That's the difference. Closely. Because I'm genuinely excited and curious to see what they do. You know the cast of characters. You know the expectations. You know the storyline. And my goodness, I'm out here in Los Angeles. You better believe I'm tuning in to see the team that embarrassed my Yankees last year, your LA Dodgers.
Does that mean you're going to wake up at 3 in the morning? Because you're right, in Tokyo against the Cubs on March 18th.
You know, I just might. But for the first time, Danny G, it's not just like a casual, hey, let me see what they're doing. I think, you know, if it doesn't conflict with the Yankee schedule, whenever it doesn't, you know I'm watching your Dodgers, you know I'm watching your Mets, which is why, you know, regardless of what you're streaming on, you gotta watch them on MLB.
Yeah, I said to Covino before the show, I said, you know, last year, in the last couple seasons, I was the cheapskate where I bought the package that included, it was on Amazon where you could buy MLB on Amazon, where I got just the Mets. I was getting SNY. I said, this is the year. It's funny you should say this because I decided to say, nah, I think I want the whole MLB.TV package.
Right. You would just pay for your Mets. So now you pay for the whole package, you get access to all the other games.
I mean, honestly, I'll want to check out a Phillies game here or there.
I want to
check out a Padres game.
Is there like, I guess those would be the other two teams that would garner great interest aside from your local team,
dude,
wherever you're listening from.
If you told me Verlander or Scherzer or one of these veterans are starting on their new team, you're not going to watch the Blue Jays or the Giants or something
or
like that?
Or if Skeens is on the mound. Like, there's some reasons that you might want to check out other games and other teams where that sort of interest level was just not there years prior.
If you told me Skeens is pitching at Wrigley against the Cubs on a random afternoon, I will watch.
Or how about
I never thought I would.
The Pirates versus the Phillies. You're not tuning in?
The poop game?
The poop game? Actually, they
got rid of that.
They got rid of that graphic for the first time. But for the first time, I actually care.
Poop again!
About other teams other than my New York Yankees and whoever they're playing. And I find that to be awesome. More reason why I think that ESPN totally dropped the ball, and pun intended, like Aaron Judge. And I want to know your thoughts on this, trying to get you fired up for the Yankees. If you want to throw another team in there, like, yeah, I know they're not on the Mets and Dodgers level, but, man, I really got my eyes on X, Y, and Z.
I'll tell you what.
Let us know.
Your division, if you're an AL East fan like Covino,
yeah,
every team in that division has some intrigue to me. Are the Yankees going to, continue to, set the tone in that division? Red Sox tried in the offseason to put some big names on that roster. The Blue Jays, they're trying to do some stuff. Orioles are good.
Mm-hmm.
Rays somehow always find a way to hang around.
And they usually clobber the Yankees. They have their number for the most part.
There's a lot of good intrigue. So your thoughts, is baseball back in a way for you where you will watch random games? Are you more intrigued by baseball than in previous years? And your thoughts about...
Oh, and let me make it clear. That doesn't mean I'm a fan of Rich's Mets. Screw them. I can't stand them. But there's enough intrigue where I want to watch. Same with Danny G's Dodgers. I'm not rooting for the Dodgers. You only root for one team. But I'm definitely tuning in for more than one team this year. And that's a first for me, dude.
Your thought is very consistent with how I feel. Like, in football, I'm a Niners fan. But I love watching Lamar Jackson. I love watching Josh Allen.
Yeah. And now we got those vibes in baseball? That's cool.
In baseball, it has always sort of been, I really only want to watch my team. But you're right. If I know it's like Padres, Dodgers, how are you not pulled in a little bit to that?